Oh, wait. Hello and welcome everybody to yet another presentation of Hard Hats TV. We've got game number 4 of the day out of 6 here at Floyd Fitzgerald Stadium in Rapid City. Today we have a in-state matchup in this one. The Bellevue West Thunderbirds against the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. The Skyhawks reigning from the Omaha, being a private Catholic school, a Jesuit, I suppose you would call that. And then the Thunderbirds being Bellevue West High School. Bellevue very close there. But I'm getting some of the lineups down because it was a very quick turnaround between these two games, obviously, because we are behind time thanks to that little lightning delay, or thunder, no. It wasn't even a thunder delay. It was just like a rain delay. Okay, and we are ready to go. Skutt coming off of a 7-1 loss to the Pueblo Azteca. Arbor Bank, their sponsor. DC Electric, the sponsor of the Thunderbirds. I couldn't fit Thunderbirds on the score thing without making all the text small, so that's just what I got. T-Birds, if it's good enough for your Twitter handle, it's good enough for us. Arbor Bank, Skutt Catholic, Skyhawks. Skyhawks and Thunderbirds, both two very cool deviations of the typical bird mascot. The Skyhawks now 13-16 on the season. Aiden Hansen now up. The catcher going to lead things off. Here we go. Everybody giving the Dak Prescott cadence out to the leadoff man. Oh, looks like they switch it again. Take it low. T-Birds here. Fouled away. Oh wait, both teams just have an Aiden to start things off. Austin Hansen leading off the other team. Two strikes now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, hit off the end of the bat and foul. And the at-bat will continue. That's going to be fouled away as well. That's hit over to third. Handled cleanly. The throw across the diamond. Got him. Just barely. He held an audible "oh" from the Bellevue West supporters. But Enser now down 5-3 to start off the game. Nick Glantz now up. Grounded again to third. Busy day for him. Van Dyke makes the throw across the diamond. And 2 outs now, 5-3. Actually, it's Van Dyke to Van Dyke, the two brothers throwing to one another. Luke Van Dyke at third. And now playing first base, Dylan Van Dyke. And batting next to each other in the order yet again, which is kind of cute. Now 1-1 count here. Swung on and hit over to first. Van Dyke will handle, take it to the bag himself. And an easy 1-2-3 inning to start off the game for the pitcher, John Schulte. All right, I'm going to keep working on this. The two catchers' names in this game, by the way, or I guess he's playing left field this time. There is a guy on this Skutt team named Jack Stolinski. All right, Stolinski with a T. Wait, what happened? What happened? Wait, what? He's safe? Wait, what happened? What happened? Excuse me? Wait, I need like an explanation. The guy took it to the bag himself. That was as clear cut a. They called it an error. What? What? What just happened? Help. I do not understand. I guess the Thunderbirds are there. Did they not like do the right thing like by the book? Was there some technicality that made him safe there? Did the guy forget to keep the ball in his glove or something? Well, I guess Grego will reach somehow an E on somebody. And Tanner Hosick is up. Big lean back in the windup for his swing. He swings and hits one high and deep into left. That ball turned on to the wall and off of it. Coming in, Grego is going to score. And the throw, not going to get him. Throw back to second, not going to get the other man either. And because of that inexplicable error that keeps the man on, the Thunderbirds take the lead in the first inning. That was a great piece of hitting there for Tanner Hosick. That's why he's cleanup man. Out comes. So I was mentioning Jack Stolinski, okay? Right? Jack Stolinski, the left fielder for the Skutt team. That's lined and it gets by the shortstop. Coming home is Hosick, and the inning continues again. The T-Birds put up put up another run, their second. This one is a hit, they say, for this man, get it, Jake Smolinski. So there's Jack Stolinski on the Skyhawks and Jake Smolinski on the Thunderbirds. That's not confusing. Swing and a miss, strike one. Hosick scores. And it's 2-0. The inning's still going. It should have been an 1-2-3. That's popped up into foul territory. And out of play. Now the count 0-2. I really don't know what happened on that other part. Did you say catcher interference or something? It must have been. Anyways, that's the inning. Pop out finishes it. Two hits lead to 2 runs. Neither of them are earned. There is an error on somebody in there that allowed the inning to continue, and 1 man is left on base. 2-0 Thunderbirds. Very chaotic first inning. So I have all the whole lineup here now, minus one guy, who is Aiden Underwood. What is Underwood playing? Is he playing right? DH. Okay. All right, so let me give you the lineups here. We'll start off with the team that began the endeavor, the DC Electric Bellevue West Thunderbirds, coming in at 22-7. Leading off for them is center fielder Aiden Ensor. The second baseman, Nick Glantz, is at the 2-hole. Shortstop, Drew Grego, is third. Third baseman, Tanner Hosick, is cleanup. Then, batting fifth, left fielder Jake Smolinski. Then, the right fielder, Griffin Baltzel, is at the 6th. CJ Shockey is playing first, batting 7th. The pitcher, Jaden Kephart, at the 8-hole. And finally at 9, Cade Zavala, with Jaden Kephart on the mound. So to repeat, for Bellevue West, their first three: center fielder Aiden Ensor, second baseman Nick Glantz, and shortstop Drew Grego. The middle three: third baseman Tanner Hosick, left fielder Jake Smolinski, and right fielder Griffin Baltzel. And the bottom three: first baseman CJ Shockey, pitcher Jaden Kephart, and catcher Cade Zavala. Now we're going to the Arbor Bank Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. They're 13-16 on the season, 0-1 in the tournament. The leading out for them is catcher Austin Hansen. Right fielder Brendan Ruth slots into the 2-hole. Center fielder Joseph Collega still at the 3. Cleanup, third baseman Luke Van Dyke. First baseman Dylan Van Dyke, his brother, bats behind him at the 5. Left fielder Jack Stolinski, not Jake Smolinski, Jack Stolinski, batting 6th. Designated hitter Aiden Underwood at the 7. Second baseman Nate Christensen is 8th. And shortstop Lucas Heller at the 9, with John Schulte on the mound. That's grounded over to second. The throw in time for the first out. So the first pitch he sees, he swings at, and a 4-3 put out at the hands of second baseman Nick Glantz will end the at-bat. First out recorded. Popped up, 2 pitches, and it's not going to be 2 outs. Oh, 1. Strike 2. It makes sense that Hosick's so good. He's committed to Nebraska. One of just a few D1 commits in this tournament. Or sorry, he's committed to Omaha. Grego is committed to Nebraska. Strike 3. Caught looking. He's getting heckled by the bench. And waiting for a good pitch for a very long time, Brendan Ruth goes down. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the first inning. Up comes Joseph Collega. Ball gets by the catcher, but nobody on, so it doesn't matter. Two balls, 1 strike. Two 1. Low ball 3. Three 1 count. Swung on and hit hard into right center. That'll fall. And a 2-out single gets the hitting started for Skutt. Joseph Collega comes through. Up comes the cleanup man, Luke Van Dyke. That's grounded softly back to the pitcher. He'll take it to first. And that one really an out this time. That does end the inning, right? Okay, it does. Top of the second upcoming. Nobody scores for the Skyhawks in the first. And that'll be it. So one hit leads to no runs, no earned runs, no errors. One man left on. It is still 2-0. Copying down some stats. Jack Stolinsky, 1 for 2, 1 walk. And Underwood. Then Ruth came in relief. Okay. All right, we are ready to go. I think they're heckling the first base coach, telling him about cardio. That swung on and hit over to short. Handled. The throw is high, but the play is made. That ball wasn't as high as I thought it was. Just a high arcing throw there from Lucas Heller. CJ Shockey grounds out. First at-bat of the game for him. Up comes the pitcher, Jaden Kephart. Kephart, big swing and a miss there. These Bellevue Thunderbirds have been absolutely, they've just been cranking these things. All right, 0-2. Taken high, ball 1. Jaden Kephart. Kephart. Swings and drives one into center, right at the center fielder. Unlucky. Collega makes the play. If that was placed a little better in the outfield, that could have been extra bases. Instead, it's out number 2. Cade Zavala now the last to bat in this game. Right? Oh, no. Never mind. I totally am wrong. Well, he is for the Thunderbirds at least. Outside ball taken. Swung on and turned over to third. Handled. Van Dyke throws to his brother in time. A 1-2-3 inning for John Schulte and the Skyhawks. They improve upon the 2-run first inning they allowed. And that'll be it. So no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, nobody left on. 2-0 to score in the middle of 2. Dylan Van Dyke, Jack Stolinsky, and designated hitter Aiden Underwood are the due-up. Bellevue West High School. Bellevue West High School. There are 2 high schools in Bellevue, Bellevue West and Bellevue East. There might be another one, but those are the 2 that I know. This one founded in 1977. Enrollment of about 1,500 for Bellevue West. State championships, 12 in volleyball. That was a dynasty. 2 football state championships pretty recently, too. 2016 and 2019. A couple of boys bowling. Man, they love bowling in Nebraska. That's like the only sport that Nebraska wins natties in anymore. Boys basketball. Ooh, back-to-back this year and last year in boys basketball. A couple of girls basketball, and 1 baseball title in 1978. Some of the prominent graduates from Bellevue West High School. Michael Slayton, who went to Yankton, South Dakota's, he went to Aberdeen, right? This is Aberdeen? Yeah. Or Vermilion, sorry. Went to South Dakota, University of South Dakota, and played football in the NFL. Cade Povich, currently a starting pitcher for the Orioles, came from the school. Fouled away. Mike Trainowitz, was a unanimous All-American at Nebraska. He was from Bellevue West in the 80s. And Eric Strickland, a 10-year NBA veteran and also Nebraska Cornhusker, was a standout at Bellevue West. So those are the notable people there. 0-2. Stands out a little better than the Skutt crowd. Though Skutt, I guess, had some politicians. 0-2. Swung on and hit right to third. And that's out number 1. Dylan Van Dyke lines out. Brings up Jack Stolinski. Stolinski in game 1 was 1 for 2. I wonder if he knows how close Jake Smolinski and Jack Stolinski are to each other right now. Because if they converge, they might like combine. Swung on and driven into right. Going back on it and making the play is the right fielder, Griffin Balzo. So 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second. It brings up Aiden Underwood, the DH. He had a mixed game. He ended up coming through with a double at the very end of the game in the 7th inning. But before that, 2 ground into double plays. I said that he didn't have anybody on, so he'd have to make his own. We have some very pretty but somewhat scary clouds right now over the stadium. They're nice and flowy and look fluid. I guess they are. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And cut down. Kephart gets his second K. 1-2-3 inning on the mound for him. No hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, nobody left on. And it is still 2-0. It should really be, realistically, this should be a tie 0-0 game, but apparently there was that catcher's interference call that kept the first inning alive. And then now we're here. The doo-wop for Bellevue West in this inning is going to be the top of the order again. So Enser, Glance, and Rego. Why would you do this to me? This is so rude. Wow, this is just terrible. When you're not signed into Twitter with them, they'll feed you all the same posts that, they'll feed you all the same posts, but it does, and it shows them by like amount, I think, pretty close to that, the amount of likes it gets, but they're not chronological order, and I hate that. Swing and a miss. So 1-1 count now. Yeah, Cade Povich actually played Legion ball here for this team. So they've had an MLB player go through their Legion squad. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Povich, fun fact, was a part of the first time that 2 Nebraska Cornhuskers starting pitchers played one another just a couple weeks ago when he pitched against the Braves and Spencer Schwellenbach. That's pretty cool. So Povich made some history And was also a outstanding Thunderbird, I would assume. 2-2. Swung on, fouled away. 2-2. Ensor fighting things off. He swings, pops it up, and that's going to be out of play again. And he'll keep going. Ensor now on 6 pitches in the at-bat. And 2-2 count. Swung on and drilled through the gap. He starts to trip, but he will make it to first. That one was a screamer. Had my ears ringing a little. Aiden Ensor gets his first hit of the ball game here to start off the top of the third. Nick Glantz committed to Allen County Community College. I need to find out where that is. Indiana. Never mind. Iola, Kansas. Punt, put down, backside. They'll throw to first in time. And a sacrifice bunt moves Ensor over to second. And it brings up the Nebraska commit, Drew Grego. Haven't seen a high-level commit like this in a while. It feels like a lot of the ones at Nebraska, at least, that are high-level commits, they don't play Legion ball. As is the case with a lot of the DC Electric guys. They have a shortstop, Ty Smolinski, going to Kansas State, not playing, and another Omaha commit, Nick Riggs, also not playing this summer. But man on second, 1 out. Grego up to bat. He got bailed out by some sort of catcher's interference call or something. Outside. Ooh, no. Called strike. That one curved its way back into the zone. Good job. Had some arm side break. Swung on and turned into the gap. It'll be scooped by the shortstop. They have the man in a rundown between third and second. I don't know. Somebody lost their hat in there. They tag him. And the man that they took the sack bunt to try to advance is retired. So Ensor sets him back. 2 outs now. Fielder's choice. And we're back on first again. Grego sitting there. But it brings up Tanner Hosick, who had that smoked double into left field his last time up. He will swing at a ball in the dirt, fouled away. Just got a piece of it. Grego running first. Strike. No, never mind. The umpire, not as fooled as I was. It was a really good frame job from the Skutt catcher, Austin Hansen. Taking off is Grego. That ball is also struck over to short. It's off the hand of the shortstop. That'll go down as an error. And reaching first base on the error, Tanner Hosick. It was out of the glove. He almost barehanded it off of the bounce. It was kind of impressive what happened there. But Grego moves to second. Hosick on first. And Smolinski now up to bat. He had an RBI single in the top of the first. First pitch strike. 2 on, 2 outs. Oh, we got the Missoula person here. No, you're good. All right, 1-0.
I streamed from Missoula, so
Yeah.
I was told I was okay to set up.
You are. You are.
Okay.
You can sit in there. You're
Perfect.
good.
Thank you.
All right. Just high. And now a 2-0 count. Missoula brought their own guy. That's pretty cool. Missoula Mavericks play the Premier West team from Denver, Colorado later today. Well, after this game. I suppose that is also later today, though. Man, I'm waffling. Anyways. 3 balls, 1 strike. Schulte throws a ball in the dirt, and the bases are loaded. Smolinski takes his base. Hosick now on second. Grego to third. And despite the fact that the only man with a hit has been retired 3 batters ago, this inning continues. Griffin Baltzell now having to come through. Bases loaded, 2 outs. T-Birds trying to extend this lead. Can't leave anything on the table in a game like this. Swing and a miss. The changeup catches Griffin Baltzell off balance, and that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 1. There's strike 2 at the top of the zone. A breaking ball. And Griffin Baltzell now up. Fouled away. O'Till. Fouled away. Swung on and drilled into high left center. Should be a routine play, and it is caught. So the bases are stranded, loaded. Schulte gets out of trouble, has a smile on his face as he heads to the dugout, and that'll be the inning. 1 hit leads to no runs, no earned runs. There's 1 error on the shortstop, Heller, and 3 men are left aboard. The total up to 4 now. He was on West Side, really. Man, he was a baller.
Do you want that bag of equipment that is in there in here, or is it cool there?
Just leave it there.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Leading off for Arbor, number 52, Nate Christensen.
All right. DC Electric. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So on the mound for them, it's Jaden Kephart again here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Nate Christensen taking his first swings. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He seems to be closing his eyes and just throwing the bat. He says what it must be. Grounded over to short. Throw in time. Got him. Grego makes the play, and 1 out now here in the 3rd inning. Grounded over to second. Picked up, throw in time. I don't know why the first baseman backed up to first. That's an odd thing. He didn't do like a loop. He like backstepped. That just kind of caught me off guard. I don't know. 2 outs now here. Strike. No, never mind. I thought that was a strike. Never mind. Austin Hansen coming up for the 2nd time. We've finally gotten back to the top of the order. Only one man got a hit their first time through against Kephart. Strike 1. Delivered to the top of the zone. Low and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1. Swung on and hit hard into right. That ball, foul. That was crushed. Hansen smoked that thing. You can see the trail, a little bit of smoke after the hit. An imprint of where the ball had once been. Full count. Strike 3. He got him. A couple of the Skutt fans upset with that one. But that is the 3rd strikeout of the game for Kephart. Another 1-2-3 inning. He's allowed just 1 man to get aboard in this entire game. Pretty dominant stuff here from Jaden Kephart. All right. Well, into the top of the 4th. Sorry for the low energy call. It's game 4 here. Just sort of, the steam, it's taking a little more to chugga down the line here. And I got to hold on to a little here for the Hard Hats game tonight. And game 5, Missoula versus Premier West. Coming back out for the 4th inning is John Schulte. Pitched a very good 3rd inning. Well, sort of. An error kept it open, and the bases were loaded, but he got out of it without allowing anybody to score. The bottom of the order due up here. The last time he had to face the bottom of the order, Schulte went 1-2-3. with 3 balls hit into play. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. This is the first baseman, C.J. Shockey. Outside ball taken. That's off the end of the bat, and it's fair. Unfortunate turn of events for Shockey. That'll be out 1. That ball literally hit off the end of the bat. You could hear, like, the cap, like, wriggle a little. The part that isn't even totally the bat. Unfortunate there for Shockey. But a good break for Skutt. Now, Jaden Kephart, who's been pitching so well on the mound, has a fly out to his name, looking to improve on that. Thunderbirds definitely a contender to win this tournament. Skutt already set back a ways by the Pueblo Azteca loss, but the Azteca are a good team. 0-1. Popped up into shallow center. Coming in on it and making the grab is Collega. It's kind of funny that Kephart keeps flying out to Collega. Like, that's the only guy who can get him out. And that's the only guy he couldn't get out his first time through the order. Collega with the single in the first inning, which represents the only hit or base runner at all on the board for this Skyhawks team. It's starting to rain here at Fitzgerald Stadium. The umbrellas are coming out. I bet it's a warm rain, though, which, that feels really nice. That's grounded, no, lined into center, and the inning kept alive by Cade Zavala. A 2-out single brings up the top of the order. Aiden Ensor now up to bat. He steps into one and uncorks a practice swing.
Courtesy runner ranking that medium.
We have a courtesy runner in for the catcher. Zach Pino going to come in for Zavala. That's swung on and drilled into left center. That ball's got some carry. Now, going in, touching second, heading for third is Pino. Holding up at second is the runner, and another run will score. A 2-out double from the leadoff man, Aiden Ensor, puts Bellevue West on top 3-0 here in the top of the 4th. RBI double for Ensor. The team rewarded for Zavala getting that single earlier. And up comes Nick Glantz. Ball in the dirt. Glantz got something on his helmet. Maybe he's got stickers on it? I don't know why I haven't seen that more. No, it's just the paint has been gradually worn away. It's grounded right back up the middle. That's a hot shot into center. Touching third and coming home is the runner. The pickoff man, they might have had a play, but the cutoff man, Van Dyke, hesitated. And an RBI single. The T-Birds keep adding up more runs to the board. Nick Glantz, the Allen County Community College commit, comes through with 2 outs here in the first. Swung on and drilled into deep right center. But caught. That one was lifted pretty deep, but not deep enough to evade Joseph Collega's glove. 2-run score on a 2-out rally for this. I'm not crazy, right? That was only 2 runs. Right? I saw that as 2 runs. Scoreboard has it as 3. I think it's only 2. Anyways, so 3 hits, all on 2 outs, lead to 2 runs. Both of them are earned to the starter, Schulte. There are no errors. And 1 man is left on base. It is 4-0 T-Birds. Yeah, they pulled it back down. That's what I thought. Exciting day. Hard Hats, opening day of the 49th annual Firecracker tournament. We're in game number 4 so far. And this is what it looked like. We still got 2 more games to go after this. 4:30 was always a bit ambitious, but we are making good time in this game. And then we've got the Lobos versus the Hard Hats. Lobos. Anyways. And so there we go. In the opening game, South Kingstown from Rhode Island beat the Post-22 Expos Junior Legion team 5-4. Then lost to Pinnacle Bank 10-5. Then Azteca beat Skutt. Skutt Catholic 7-1. And we are currently in the Bellevue West Skutt game. If you couldn't tell from watching the game in the last few innings, you know. Anyways. Brandon Ruth fouls away the first pitch. Ruth played in game 1, but only as a pitcher. He pitched 1 inning, allowed 2 earned runs. Premier West showing up in small increments. Maybe they all drove here and like they're staying with their parents or something. I'm not sure. It's a club team. You'd think they'd have like a group hotel, but I'm only seeing like 3 of them right now. I don't know. Maybe they had all day. Maybe they're coming back from Mount Rushmore and somebody said, "Hey, I'll get there when I get there." I get it. The cloud's a little bit scary right now. Don't like them exactly, but hey. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taking ball again. So 2-2 count. Clubheart. High and inside. That's a beard grazer. Jaden Kephart. Setting up. And delivering. Strike 3! No, wait. I thought so. Ball 4 instead. Given to Ruth. The first walk of the game handed out by Kephart. And just the second time a man has reached base on him in this game. Joseph Collega is the only other man to reach base. He had a single with 2 outs in the first inning. And the kryptonite of Kephart, who was also flown out to center both of his last 2 times up at the plate. The wind's starting to pick up. It's coming in from left. In from left, which is kind of an odd direction for it to come from. Normally it doesn't do that. Swung on and drilled into right center, and it will be caught by the right fielder. There might be a play at first. No, there is not. Good job out there from this DC Electric right fielder, Griffin Baltzel. Standing in a good place and ranges over to make the grab. Take it high. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful. Several more. I would say that there's more Skutt people here than the T-Birds crowd. Not sure why that would be, but I feel like there are more Skutt people. There are a solid amount of T-Bird people. It's just not like a ton. It's like 30. Compared to Skutt, who has like 45. Which also isn't like a ton, but still. Strike 2. Yeah, everybody's showing up on their own for the Premier West game, it seems. 1-2. Swung on and hit into high left center. Both are going back on it. That might fall. No, it doesn't. He falls and makes the grab. What a play. The left fielder, Jake Smolinski, committed to Southeast Community College in Lincoln, makes the play. Great defense from the outfielders here. And Van Dyke goes down. Up comes the other Van Dyke, who actually bats lefty, which, you know, it's not like a total rarity. We have a left-handed pitcher, Lee Negebauer. That's going to be driven through into right field. And the inning kept alive with a 2-out single from Dylan Van Dyke. Up comes Jack Stolinski, not to be confused with Jack Sowinski of the Pittsburgh Pirates or Jake Stolinski of the other team. Stolinski flew out to right in his first time up against Klephart. He hits it right back up the middle. Klephart dives out of the way. It's picked up by the center fielder. The throw to the cutoff man is there, and the first run is on the board here for the Skyhawks. Maybe when it rains, it pours here. Speaking of which, the rain has cleared up, but I don't think anybody's noticed. They're all just not going to sit over there anymore. Brendan Ruth comes in to score. First run of the game for Skutt. They're starting to make a little bit of a comeback, it seems. Aiden Underwood now up. A strikeout. He's 1 for 4 in the tournament. He hits it back up the middle. Second baseman able to handle it. Throw to first in time. But 1 run scores. The Skyhawks are on the board. A 2-out rally. And an RBI single from Jack Stolinski gives the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks their first point on the board. 2 hits, 1 run. It is earned to the starter Klephart. There are no errors. And, 2 men left aboard? Yes. So after 4 innings, the Bellevue West Thunderbirds still on top, but by less. They're only up by 3 going into the final 3 innings of this contest. All of our games have been tight. No mercy rules, no nothing, which is all, it's very fun to have entertaining games, but also, like, the games go on a long time. I don't know. We've been behind on all of that all day. This game is going pretty quick, though, all things considered. Ball low, taken. Nate Christensen. Grounded out. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Man, I need sleep. I can't, though. I got like 5 more hours until the end of the games. Taken low. 3-0 the count. Tanner Hosick got an RBI double in the first. He's committed to the University of Nebraska, Omaha. A member of the Summit League. along with South Dakota and South Dakota State. Swung on and hit high into right. That ball should be caught, and it is. The right fielder, I believe that's Balza. What's his name? Oh, sorry, that's Ruth. Ruth makes the play out in right. I was thinking of Baltzel of this team. But Jake Smolinski going to try to one-up his clone, his doppelganger. That one is floated into right, and it will drop. A single. A blooper, even. Bloop single for Smolinski. He's now 2 for 2 with a walk. And here's the man I was thinking of. Griffin Baltzel, now up to bat. Man on first, 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Swung on and grounded over to first. The flip to second gets away. It's a bad throw from Van Dyke. And a break for the Thunderbirds. What could have easily been 2 turns into an error that has runners on the corners with just 1 out. That is an E3 on Dylan Van Dyke. So Baltzel reaches on the air, as does Smolinski. If he didn't get greedy and just stepped on first, he could have gotten an out there. But the force out's too nice. Strike 1. One, 2. CJ Shockey fouls away. Strike 2. Yeah, I can do the little Mac like up volume sound. You know, pretty cool. Ball in the dirt. Runners stay. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jaden Kephart on deck. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And down goes Shockey. Only the first K of the day, I think. Yeah, only the first K of the day for Schulte. And Kephart now up. More Premier players are pouring in. There are some scary clouds behind us, but don't tell anybody. Two on, 2 outs. They've got a man in a rundown, but they just don't throw to second because they're afraid of the man coming home. So despite the pickoff working, Baltzel steals second anyways. That was an odd play. Ball in the dirt. It gets away from the catcher, but not enough. Kephart up to bat. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. The only man that seems to have figured him out, Joseph Collega. Outside ball taken. 2 out. Two balls, no strikes. Fouled away. Now 2-1. He practices a 1-arm backhand swing. Don't think we're going to be needing that outside of tennis, buddy. It is a valuable tennis shot, though. So, you know. 2-1. Low ball on the outside. And now a 3-1 count. Outside ball 4. The base is now loaded here in the top of the 5th. Schulte's been here once before, where an error keeps the door open and the bases are loaded. He was able to escape unscathed in the top of the third inning, but not so much in. Or never mind, he could do it again. That's what I'm saying. Cade Zavala drives one up the middle and through. I guess I was right. RBI single on 2 outs. Zavala comes through, and the T-Birds erase their mistake from the bottom of the fourth. And it brings up the leadoff man, Aiden Ensor again. Ensor, 2 for 3 with a single, an RBI double, and a run. Kephart to second. Baltzell to first. Pinch running is Pino on first base for Zavala. Ball in the dirt, and ooh, he could have came home. Baltzell deciding not to come home on that play. He could have. That ball was far enough away that they wouldn't have caught him. One ball, no strikes. That's going to be softly grounded up the left field, or left the third base line, and the scoop unsuccessful from the third baseman. Wow, he overran it. Another run on the board. I believe that'll go down as an error on the third baseman, Luke Van Dyke. So both the Van Dyke brothers have earned themselves an error. In the same inning, believe it or not. Kephart now on third. Scoring on the air is Griffin Baltzell. Nick Glantz now up. Big swing and a miss. He looks like he's peeling. That's what the paint on his helmet is doing. Taking ball. Thank you all for tuning in here. Hard Hats TV, I'm Oliver Fell, bringing you all the games. Popped up and out of play. Strike 2. Ball in the dirt and outside. Full count. My dad is here. He's taking a photo of things. I'm not sure why. He's taking a photo of the teams. I think he thinks that I don't know. Outside ball 4. T-Birds walking around. Thunderbirds now up 7-1. The same score that the Pueblo Azteca won by against over the Skutt team in 7 innings the other time. If the Bellevue West team can lead by 8 runs or more by the end of the 5th, it will be a mercy ruling. That is swung on and drilled into left field, diving for it, and it's out of the glove of the left fielder. Not out. The throw to shortstop made, and 2 more runs scored. Just as I was talking about mercy rules, they get into mercy rule position. A diving attempt there from the left fielder, Jack Stalinsky. He gets in the way of it. The ball finds his glove, but only after a bounce, and it bounces back out as well. So Nick Glantz with a 2-run single. Ensor goes first to third. Kephart and Pino both come in to score. Now up to bat, Grego, the last man to bat in this inning, as the T-Birds threaten to bat around. That's popped up and over the canopy. Foul. No balls, 1 strike. So as I mentioned, if the Thunderbirds can hold on to this 8-run lead at the end of the 5th, they can walk it off. And have the first mercy ruling of the tournament. Secure themselves a 1-0 day. One count. Taken high. 2-1. Premier West, ready and waiting. Popped up and out of play. Now a 2-2 count. Schulte just out there to fend for himself, it seems. Pitched a pretty good 1 through 4. That's grounded back up the middle, over the reach of Schulte. Scooped by the shortstop, throw on the run in time, and that'll be the inning. The T-Birds put up 5 runs in the top of the 5th inning, all on 2 outs. Thanks to a couple of errors from the Van Dyke brothers, this team able to keep it alive and juice 5 runs out of what really should have been a scoreless inning. Or at least just a 1-run inning. So in that inning, 3 hits lead to 5 runs. None of them are earned. There are 2 errors, one on Luke, one on Dylan, both on a Van Dyke. And 2 men left on. So it is 9-1. We'll see how the Thunderbirds try to close this thing out. Clefhart's been pitching fantastically today. He pitched 3 innings of 1-hit ball. Last inning he allowed 2 hits and a walk and the first run of the game, so perhaps starting to slip. All he needs to do is a shutout bottom of the 5th though, and Bellevue West will secure themselves a win on day 1 over the in-state opponent, the Arbor Bank Skutt Catholic Skyhawks. This Bellevue West team, a fearsome one. They're definitely showing it. They've got some high-caliber players. They're going to be one of the contenders for the championship game come Sunday. Kephart, first pitch in the zone, strike 1. Up to bat for Skutt is the second baseman, Nate Christensen. He seems to be led by the bat. That ball high and inside. Taken. The train really letting out a horn right now. It is not actively raining. And sure, it looks like it's raining right now because the field is a little wet and it's very moody in the lighting. But it is not. That is grounded over to short. Collected the throw from Grego in time. Good adjustment from the first baseman there. That's CJ Shockey. He'll make the first out of the inning. 6-3. Brings up Lucas Heller, the shortstop. Heller, 1 for 4 on the tournament thus far. Grounded out to second, his only other time up in this game. That ball just below the zone. Swung on and hit over to second base. They played into the shift, expecting an opposite field pull. Nick Glantz played a little bit deep, had to do a little jump, and made the play. So, 2 outs now, 1 more to go, and Bellevue West will have themselves a 1-0 day and a dominant win. Strike 1. Delivered to the leadoff man, Hansen. Hansen, despite leading off, is 0 for 2 in this game, including a strikeout looking. Klephart. Curveball inside. Ball 1. High. 2-1. Fastball, strike 2. Glephart just one pitch away from ending this thing, earning himself the win in a dominant 3-hit performance over 5 innings. There it is, strike 3. The fastball too much to handle. The batter clearly frustrated with himself, and that'll be the game. So Skutt loses both. They are now 0-2 in playing 2 of their 5 games in pool play. Their doubleheader day not going as they wanted it to. That was K number 4 of the game for the starter, Jaden Glephart, who earns the win. The loss goes to John Schulte, the only pitcher in the game at any point for this Arbor Park Skutt team. And that'll do it. So thank you all for watching Hard Hats TV presentation here. We've made up a little bit of time. So we have 2 more games left to go today. The Missoula.
Curiosity, how many earned runs did the Skutt pitcher have?
It depends on who's giving out the errors.
Well, the catcher's interference said they should have been out of the inning in the first.
Yeah, so I gave none there. Then I counted the third baseman not making the scoop as an error. That's personally me. That's not the official score.
No, well, even before that, the first
Yeah,
baseman
there was the
over
first
here.
baseman. Yeah.
So all the rest of those, so there should have been 2 earned runs, right?
I have 2. Yeah.
Total?
That's what I have right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have to say, that's the worst defense. That's my son pitching. That's the worst defense he's ever played.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. 2 earned runs. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Have you seen the defense on the other team?
I just got here kind of late.
Running all over, making plays everywhere.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching Hard Hats TV. We've got another one for you on tap in, I don't know, what is it? We'll probably do actually 4:30. We're back on schedule, weirdly enough. This was just like a very quick game. So 4:30 start for Premier West versus Missoula, Montana in the second to last game, and then we have the Hard Hats at 7. So thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Final score here, the Thunderbirds, DC Electric, Bellevue West Thunderbirds score 9 runs on 10 hits with no errors, as opposed to the Acorn Bank Skutt Catholic Skyhawks, who lose their second of the day, scoring 1 run on 3 hits and committing 2 errors. Thank you all for watching. We'll bring you another one at 4:30 later tonight. Goodbye.